5 o'clock in the morning. All right, I think we are live. 5:30 in the morning. Kill the echo. And when my chat comes up, I'll pop it up. Maybe a profile will be better on him. There's my chat. Go over here. Click that. Copy, go back here. Stick that in there. And pin it. And if anybody happens to show up, you can come up and join me. And then I'll go back over here. Oh, good morning, Roseanne. How are you? Give me just a minute. Get my chat popped out, and then I can get back over on the StreamYard side and have all my functions. I don't think so. No trivia this morning. Although it is kind of trivial. But I decided I wanted. You push way too hard, darling. Just wanted to show off the Donald. Got him all cleaned up. He's looking good. Roseanne, send me 3 ounces of silver and I'll pour you one. Just like that one. Beautiful. And I even put my address down below so people can look it up. I don't know if anybody's going to come up here this time of day. What are you doing up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday? Do you stay up all night playing with Kittle? Besides, we don't play trivia over here. We play Dirty Minds. But I don't think very many people are going to come up. Oh, there's Cyclops. What you doing, Stevel? You can come on up and yap at me if you want. Roseanne's even welcome to come up. Striped suit. What's that all about? You got to explain that one to me, Roseanne. I don't know what you're talking about. Nickel stacking. Oh, where are you, Nickel? Oh, there he is. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I haven't seen Steve in a while.
How you doing, Nickel?
I'm doing all right. How much is that? How much does that Trump weigh?
54 grams.
54 grand.
You send me 3 ounces of silver and I'll pour you one.
It's pretty cool.
He'd come out nice. This is the first one I poured, and I mean I've got to do some work on them, getting them in the sand because I had a lot of flashing on him. I don't know if you saw the video. There was a lot of, but I probably got 4 or 5 hours worth of cleanup into them to get them to look good.
Well, I'll ask you because I don't know if we're allowed to talk on here about certain stuff, but what you
I
think
don't.
about what you
I
think
don't
about
give a damn.
what you think about the verdict?
Don't really care. It's a process. It was an illegal trial, start to finish. It will not stand. And
No, there's a hundred. There's
anybody
got to be
that's got two brain cells and a synapses can figure that out.
it's got to be a hundred things if they could overrule it and say you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you can't do that.
Exactly. Without anything else, the instructions that the judge gave to the jury are unconstitutional. I mean, if everything else was good, just what the judge said before they went in to deliberate makes the whole thing a mistrial.
And no, not only that, it was a conflict of interest for him to even hear it.
Well, that's what that is very true. But even without all that other stuff, just what was it, 45 minutes worth of instructions? That's freaking ridiculous.
He was leading the jury.
Totally. But yes, Roseanne, we can talk about anything here. We can even talk about dirty minds. But if you've not met Nickel before, and there might be a good chance you haven't, because he hangs out in a little bit different circle than Miss Ida's channel. But Nickel talks about politics all the time. Is that not that or basketball?
Yeah, I like basketball, but yeah, I hang out with the deplorables, as Hillary would say. Oh, Lord have mercy.
But he come out good. I don't know how. Let me see if I can readjust this light systems a little bit. This might make things way too dark to see anything. And it does. Poopy. But I'll bring these up to the camera one at a time. Maybe we can see them better.
FJB. Oh, yeah.
But those, if you send me, well, I got this one too. But these are, the FJB one is a little bigger. I'll check it here in a minute. But between the two of them, they should be a little over an ounce.
Roseanne, it's going to be fabulous this year. There's 3 or 4 or 5, 6 superstars in college women basketball right now, so it's going to be good next year too.
The FJB is 20.5 grams, and the USA is 15.5 grams. But if you wanted one of each of those, I'd probably do that for 3 ounces as well. And then I think these are cool. These raptor claws. And I think those are about 20 grams too. About 15 grams, 15.5. But so
okay. LSU. Well, I will tell you this. I don't think LSU will be as good a team next year. They will be, they'll have upsets. They'll probably get upset, but I don't think they'll be as good a team as they were this year. Just my personal opinion.
I heard Morehead State is going to win it all the next year.
Well, the thing of it is, LSU will miss Reese a lot because of her offensive rebounding. That really helped LSU. And without that, and that's about the only thing I think she's good at, but she is a great offensive rebounder. And that's why.
Thank you, Stacks. I appreciate you coming in.
Good morning, gentlemen. Yeah, anything I can do to get Nickel to stop talking about women's basketball.
I appreciate it. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't care if that girl that graduated this year is the phenom of phenoms. It's still women's basketball. I mean, basketball all by itself. I'm sorry, Nickel, but basketball sucks.
I love it, man. If you, in here, I could tell people in Indiana, when a baby's born, they don't give them he or her a rattler. They give him or her a basketball. That's what we did.
There is only one sport on earth that's worth watching at all, but I'd still rather play, and that's hockey.
That's the best one.
Well, baseball, I used to really love to watch, but
that's like fucking watching concrete dry.
Yeah, well, and all the stupid new rules, I can't stand it. So. Time in the pitcher, time in the batter. You can only throw to first so many times. Come on. You know, I can remember when pitchers used to throw over there 10 straight times when Lou Brock was there or Ricky Henderson or, you know, but it didn't matter because Ricky Henderson never got that big of a lead because he was so fast with his feet. He could steal on you a foot off of the bag. So, because he knew the pitchers, he memorized them. So it don't matter. But, you know, and then if you go extra innings, if a guy strikes out, then he goes to second. Come on. I mean, I just none of the baseball people before that, the Kalines, the Roofs, the Mays, no way they got to like that. You know, they're running it. So
hey, we got a couple more people in here. How cool. BR, Diggin, good morning. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
I wanted to come in while it was still dark out so I could show off my Trump.
Yeah, you know, I heard you mention earlier when you first started this live. I was kind of shocked about the amount of flashing around that thing. That was
the very first time I poured it. Very first time I put it in sand, and so I mean. I learned a few things.
I think maybe you didn't pack that sand down quite tight enough.
No. I'm going to have to file down the flip on his hair a little bit because that was pulling sand. And I broke a few edges on the sand, getting him out because of that.
Well, man, I can tell you with 100% honesty, of all the pours I've done, I've remelted more than I've kept for one reason or the other. Mainly because I'm not a great silver pourer.
It definitely happens, but once I learn a mold, it happens less frequently. You know, when you learn how to work with whatever it is that you're working with, some of them I just give up on though because they're just freaking disasters.
Well, you've heard that old saying, how do you get to Carnegie Hall?
One step at a time?
Nope. Practice.
By taxi cab.
You may need to do a copper one of him since he's kind of bronze looking.
Oh, I've got one that somebody else poured for me 5 years ago. A bigger one. He's like 4.5 ounces or something. But he has toned up nicely over the years. I mean, it actually has Donald's color.
You need to figure out how to do one out of Teflon because he is the Teflon Don.
You know, he's raised 54 million since the verdict. 50,000.
That was in the first 24 hours after the verdict.
Yeah.
But look, got a nice stamping spot on the back of it and everything.
Yeah.
50,000 new givers. 50,000 new. That's probably 50,000 new votes. So I say keep convicting him. Put him in prison. Put him in prison because that's just going to help him. They're going to sentence him. They're going to sentence him 4 days
making a
before.
martyr out of him. They don't
Yeah,
They're
realize
not
they're
making a
cutting off
martyr out
their
of them. They've
nose to
already
spite
done
their
that.
face.
They're going to do the sentencing 4 days before the convention.
Diggin gave 500. You know, Diggin,
Nice.
I have never in my life given a penny to a politician, and I'm not going to change that now.
I bought a shirt from.
I support the Donald, and he has got my vote, but I don't give politicians money.
I bought a shirt to support Ron Paul when he ran.
I've got a MAGA hat, but it was given to me. I didn't pay for it.
I've got a MAGA hat, and yes, it was gifted to me.
I got a MAGA hat. It was given to me by one of my customers just before he died. Or after he died, he wanted me to have it.
But
Uh-oh.
I don't particularly.
Roxanne's making the throw up faces. Is she not a Trump fan?
Roseanne is the sweetest liberal I know, but she is a liberal.
Well, that's like KK. You know, me and Nickel are like polar opposites of KK. You know, Kathy used to be Kathy's corner.
Hey, Pops or
yeah, well,
Pops,
same way, polar opposites. But at least with KK,
one day last week, I was covering for Ida because she was on vacation. KK came into my stream. I was shocked. She talked for a few minutes. You know, it was all pleasant, and then she left. But we were playing Dirty Minds at the time. I think she answered a few questions. But yeah, I was shocked that she came into my stream.
Well, I'm glad she did.
I'm certainly, I'm not going to exclude her. I'm just not going to, put up with the stuff that she did that pissed me off.
Well, I understand.
And she's not going to get a chance to do that on my stream, but she can come in and participate.
No, she would not do that on your stream.
I think they're funny. I like to listen to them talk about it. So I think it's kind of funny.
Sometimes her and one of her liberal friends are on there, and if they'll have me and Nickel up on the panel, and I mean, you could just see their heads wanting to just like start spinning around like something from The Exorcist, And
I'll tell you, I'm going to like it even more when Trump wins. If they don't kill him first, if he wins, I'm going to enjoy it more because they are going to go berserk, and I'm going to love it.
Well,
I'm going to send her a text message every day for a year that says nah 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 nah.
Keep an eye on June the 11th. That's the sentencing date.
Yeah, I hope they keep him from going to the convention. I'll say that's good.
Well,
doing good. Y'all doing really good. That'll
not that I have any clue or actually believe this, but I listen to a lot of the podcasters, and there are people claiming that there's going to be some really big moves on the part of the military come sentencing day. I don't believe it, but what do I know?
Well, if they do, then they're going to have to go against the Secret Service.
No, they're going to be working with the Secret Service, is what it is.
The Secret Service. Well, it depends on which way you're.
The Secret Service will protect their protectees completely, but people are saying that the roundup of the criminals is going to start by the military.
So you mean that in a good way?
Yes.
Hey, I say rock on to that.
I don't think it'll happen.
I doubt it. It should. I hope it does, but I doubt it.
of the three candidates, because I got to count Kennedy, of the three candidates, who is the most pro-military of the three?
Biden.
No, Trump. Trump treats them right. I mean, Biden
Well,
uses them.
he treats them right, but the one who wants to use the military is Biden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
but
uses them. He uses them for personal gain.
Biden's so damn stupid. He forgets to salute the ones that are standing there when he like goes on board a helicopter or Air Force One or whatever
Well, yeah, whenever
military plane. You know, he's supposed to
But
salute
yep,
them. His
yep,
stupid ass always forgets
you're
to do
supposed
it.
to salute the flag as well.
Yeah,
you can't salute if you're falling down.
yeah. That's what I was fixing to say. Yeah, he forgets to salute them, and then he falls up the steps.
Yeah, but you remember when those guys that died and the caskets were coming in, he was looking at his watch going, how much longer is this? That
Well,
was bad.
Roseanne, I understand where you're coming from with that, and I on a very personal level, I do not like Donald Trump, and I'll give you a very simple reason for it. He has children by too many women. He couldn't keep his dick in his pants. But that's the only thing I've got against him.
Well, I'll say this: before he ran for president,
Nobody hated him.
I couldn't stand the guy. I thought he was an arrogant prick, and he,
That's kind of
to be honest,
how I felt about him too.
he still kind of is. But
we need an arrogant, strongman prick to fix all of the crap in this country.
Yep. And
you didn't like Celebrity Apprentice?
Hell no! I thought it was a piece of shit show.
I never watched it. I watched, I think, 5 minutes of it one time, and I thought it was garbage.
You're fine.
I agree with you, Roseanne. No politician should be obsessed over.
See, that's the thing about Trump. Trump is not. He's a businessman. He's not a politician.
Well,
that's why he ran our country like a business, and it ran well while he was in office.
He is a politician. He's become a politician, but he definitely has the business background. And most of our politicians have been politicians since they were 13. They don't know anything.
They were groomed for that crap.
But he will tell both sides when they're wrong.
Before I was 10 years old, I had dinner and or lunch with Gerald Ford 4 different times. The man was trying to recruit me. I don't know if they wanted to MK Ultra me or what, but I as I learned about that as an adult, that kind of fits to me. And I told the man the second time we had dinner together over at my godparents' house. My godfather was a lobbyist for General Motors, and Ford was a congressman for the state of Michigan. They did a lot of work together. And Martin brought him home for dinner a few times when I was there. And he asked me, he said, "Don't you want to be president?" And I got in trouble for it because I blurted out an explicitive. And I said, "Hell no." I said, there are no presidents that have done anything. And this was only a couple of years after Kennedy got murdered. I said, presidents don't do good things. They hurt the country. And if they don't like you, they kill you. I said, I don't want to go into politics. And I mean, that kind of ended it right there. Although, I mean, I did, was at a couple of other things where he was at and stuff and talked to him. But I let him know that I was not a good candidate to be groomed. But that's what they want. They want to control people. And they want people that can be controlled.
Well, as far as me and my family, they would definitely be barking up the wrong tree for that kind of crap.
Nickel,
Yeah.
The thing is I don't want people sending me cash app or any of that kind of stuff, because then I get it 1099 on it, and I'd rather just people send me silver,
Yeah.
because there's no tracking of that. There's no taxes on silver and gold.
Well, not in most states, but if you send it through the mail, nobody ever knows.
Exactly.
That's a very wise way to do your business transactions. Trading a piece of poured silver for
For some
more
rounds,
more
shot, or
silver,
whatever.
rounds, shots, shot, whatever.
If you want to send me 3 ounces of gold, I'll send you a gold trump.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
You send me 2 ounces of gold, I'll send you a gold trump. I'll keep the 1/4 ounce that's left over.
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, but sorry, I ain't sending anybody gold to get a Trump gold piece poured. Just, I like
He'd
my
be the right
gold too
color,
much.
though, wouldn't he? I said he'd be the right color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. His hotels and stuff, they've got gold lame all over the place, right? He uses gold to decorate with. I think the fact that he is the color he is because he wants to be golden.
He's doing the Kennedy thing. Kennedy always looked tan.
Well, that's because he had a medical issue that caused him to be dark.
Orange man bad.
I just wish he wouldn't do his hair the color it is. Let it be natural color. Don't put the yellow. I hate the yellowing looking stuff in there. My uncle kind of did that. His hair would look yellowish.
That
but
doesn't even bother me.
If I had a
3 foot long come over,
thick as his, I'd probably turn it yellow too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
It
don't
makes it look
I don't
like a
think it's
lion.
that thick. It's just
Oh no, he's saying it.
combed over. Like he's got like the biggest comb over in the history of the world.
Hey, I've got the biggest comb over. I've only got 2 hairs on my head. They're both 14 feet long, and I wear them like a turban.
And he gets it. He gets that. He sprays that tan on him. Some kind of spray and stuff he uses.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a hair helmet.
Yeah, and that color of his skin it's definitely not from, like Nickel says, it's definitely not from spending time in the sun.
No, they have different kinds, and he uses the wrong one.
Any guy that puts shit in their hair uses the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, for his tan, he that's why he looks
Orange.
Because he uses the wrong formula or whatever for his skin or whatever it is. They've got different kinds, and so he uses the wrong one. So
he uses QT, Quick Tan.
There was a girl that was on. She sold on JTV, and she put too much on once or something, and I didn't know who it was. And I said, "What's the?" They just saw her hands. I said, "Well, they got a Oompa Loompa selling on there." and they said, "Dan," they said she takes that seriously. And you could talk directly to them through YouTube. I mean, Facebook. And man, I got the devil from people. They did not like me saying that. I go,
I like that nigger. It's Cheetos juice. He takes baths in Cheetos.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
There's an old joke about that, about going to visit your doctor after you broke up with your girlfriend. Hey, doc, my thing's turning orange. What you been doing? Sitting around watching pornos and eating Cheetos?
Oh Lord, I reckon that'd do it.
Spud turned 51 the other day. He had a
Yeah,
Was it?
He had a
His-
birthday bash.
I was in there in a bit on his birthday and wished him a happy birthday.
yeah. I was tied up shooting a breeze and playing poker on Messenger, and I missed it. If I knew it was his birthday, I would have been there. I was there the next night, and he pulled me up on the panel, and I mean, I kind of felt bad about missing his birthday because that crazy bastard. You gotta love him.
He's a lot of fun.
Oh,
I mean,
He got
he
the
is.
craziest songs I've ever heard. I
I
said, "Where you
put him
find
right
them?"
up there. I put him right up there with Pops. Hey, Pops came into my stream last week.
Well, KK told me about 2 days ago that she had just got off the phone with Pops, and Pops was almost ready to make a comeback.
Well, he came up on panel, and
Yeah.
Orta was in the chat, and Kevin was in the chat, and he started going, "We need to get the band back together."
Wait,
And I suggested that we do that, and we all do a pour for St. Jude's. And I talked to Miss I, and if we can all get them shipped into her at the same time, we'll have a Cooters section in the auction next
Yeah.
March.
well,
Isn't
know-
Kevin, or wasn't he? Didn't he go over to Red's deal?
He did go over to Reds after we broke up, but he was with us.
Yeah, Kevin. I love Kevin. That boy has got mad skills.
He does.
I still have.
You talk
still
about
have-
you talk about a big liberal, though.
Yeah,
I'm friends with him. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I mean, we have some deep discussions on Facebook about politics. He hates them all, but he really hates Trump.
Well, I can tell you this: Pops is going. He wants to come back with this felon on Trump. He's going to.
Oh yeah, he's going to be all over it.
Yeah, and he's over. He's through. It's done, or something. He's going to say, and I'm thinking it's just starting.
It's nowhere close to being done.
Roseanne, you sleep well, dear. I'll see you mañana on Idas.
Good night, darling.
I will not play trivia without you. I won't even play Dirty Minds without you. How about that? Pretty much digging. I will admit it. I have committed felonies. I won't tell you what they were, or when they were, or any of that kind of detail.
Well, committing a felony and getting charged with a felony
are two totally different things.
I rest my case.
And doing a misdemeanor, if you did a misdemeanor, and then getting charged with a felony is two different things.
Yeah, that's just bullshit.
Yeah, you got to tell that prosecutor. You can't do that. There's no way you can take a misdemeanor and stretch it to a felony, which is what he did.
Well, that's what Nashville's doing to Morgan Wallen right now. He threw a chair off of Eric Church's bar from the rooftop, which is 6 stories high, landed in the middle of Broadway, didn't hit anything, didn't damage anything, and they charged that boy with like 6 freaking felonies. Of course, there was never going to stick.
In doing something like that, there is a lot of potential for bad things to happen. But if it didn't, it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they have no idea. I mean, he could have looked over the edge of that roof and made sure that there were no cars coming down the road. There was nobody in the road. And I mean, 50 years ago, Johnny Cash Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, they pulled
Blew up a
a whole
tree.
lot worse stuff than that.
Remember from the movie, and I think that was a true scene. I was told it was a true scene from some of them when they blew up the tree at the hotel, playing with firecrackers.
Firecrackers are for sissies. Tannerite's the way to go.
Yeah, I know of a time a friend of mine blew up a watermelon with tannerite and never went to prison for it.
Well, I
And there's
blew
even
one.
video
I blew
evidence.
one. I vaporized a pumpkin with
Was it a
Tannerite.
pumpkin? Was it a pumpkin?
Yeah, it made a video of it. I mean, but here it's totally legal. You can buy it at a gun store. So there's nothing illegal about it, but it sure was a whole lot of fun, man.
Exactly, Diggin. They want to control us out of existence.
Well, that's what the cops these days, even if they know at best they may be able to find you guilty of a misdemeanor, they're gonna throw felony charges at you left and right just because they can. It doesn't mean they're going to stick, but that's what they do.
Hey, just dealing with the courts is fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
Darth Vader.
Morgan Wallen was scheduled to open him and a restaurant group opened up a huge, like 6 or 7 story bar that had supposed to have live bands on at least 3 different floors. And because of him throwing that chair off the roof of Eric Church's bar, the moronic pricks that sit on the Nashville City Council voted down his application to put a sign in front of his bar.
Is it John Rich? Rich was the one that sung "Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy."
Yeah, it was Big and Rich.
Yeah, well, he's got a bank now.
Well, you got a famous bar in Victoria. Good morning, darling. You ever go down to his bar there, Stats?
Yeah, I don't go to bars anymore. Hello, Victoria. How are you doing, honey? No, my
I got to show Donald off again for Victoria.
Yeah, about the last 20 times I even walk into a bar is I was working part-time for a security service. Mainly we did like armed security for country music stars, but they signed a contract for a few big bars where we'd have to go in and work as bouncers. And like the last 20, 25 times I was in a bar, I was an employee. I wasn't a drinker. I'm still not a drinker. I mean, I have an occasional sip of something, but I'm just not a drinker.
Victoria, send me 3 ounces of silver and I'll send you one. This is the P right here. And I think I'm probably going to keep the P.
Yeah, you should keep the prototype.
I am going to number these things, but I like the fact that it's got a nice stamping space on the back of it there. No hurry, Victoria. You know, I'm always here. I see you how many times a week? Morning, Kane. Happy Sunday. How you doing this evening? Kane's one of our Aussie friends there, Stacks.
Oh, I've got a bunch of them.
I'm telling you.
Bunch of mad rooters.
Mm.
But yeah, I haven't.
Uh,
I spent
Amy,
very little time
one of
on
Miss Ida's.
YouTube lately, but yeah, I haven't seen Victoria around in quite a while.
Oh, Victoria's up on panel in Miss Ida's several times a week.
Well, that's because Miss Ida always goes live when I'm
When you're getting ready to go to bed.
when I'm trying to pass out. Yeah, because I'm a night owl and she's early morning, and my body clock does not jive with her schedule.
I understand.
But
Yeah.
you
You and
got
I have had our best conversations at 3:00 in the morning.
oh yeah. But hey, you gotta love Miss Ida. She's a sweetheart.
Victoria, that's pretty much me too. But you know, I enjoy supporting the things that she wants to do. I'm not a big charity guy, but I will do everything I can to support St. Jude's for Miss Ida. You know, I never did get into doing Joe Durbin's.
Yeah, I think I missed. Of course, I rarely get into Miss Ida's live streams, but I think I missed the whole St. Jude's thing last year. But the year before, I don't even remember. I sent in something and had my. Is that the one where she like made the quilt?
This year she did not make a quilt for
Yeah,
St.
well, yeah, I'm talking about the year
But
before.
she has many times.
Yeah, that's one of the times I got involved in it, and it wasn't because I wanted the quilt. I mean, I'm old redneck. I don't have a whole lot of use for a quilt, but it would have been cool because of whoever won it actually has a quilt with a copy of my channel sticker on there. Which
Oh yeah, the one where she did all the channel stickers on it.
yes, yeah, that was
That was cool. That was cool. That was 2 years ago, I think.
So some poor soul, whoever won that, has got a quilt that's got a picture of my weirdo channel logo on it. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody got stuck with that quilt with my logo on it too. It might even have two of my logos on there. But yeah, I met Miss Ida when Value Hunter and I did that auction for Dean Lorman. And she donated a quilt. And when that quilt went up, people started adding stuff to it and adding stuff to it.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Vertical Stacker wound up buying that. I think he paid $2,500, $3,000 for it.
Yeah. He's the one that kind of hosed me on that deal, and you're the one that bailed me out. You remember that?
Not really.
Because I contacted him numerous times to donate to that auction, and either he kept forgetting or he just blew me off. So I said, okay, we ended up making a deal. You bought some constitutional silver off of me. I said, you take that money and you send it in. I sent you the constitutional. I think it was maybe
Some halves or something like that, wasn't it? A roll of halves or something like that.
It was either halves or dimes. I don't know. It was either a roll of $50 or 90% $50 or a couple of rolls.
I definitely know. I've got some constitutional I got from you.
Yeah, but yep, that's how you got it because it. I told you instead of paying me, make sure that money gets to
Just send it
Dean
to
because
Dean.
Dean is
Dean was the Dean.
yeah.
I loved watching his videos.
That he's even if he is Canadian, he,
A liberal Canadian at that.
well, but he was still a kind soul.
Yes, he is, or was. I don't know for a fact, but I have not seen any new videos from him in
I
probably a year
haven't
and
seen
a
a
half.
video from him in a long time, but it seems like it was only a few months ago that I saw he had left a comment on somebody's video. So I'm thinking he's still alive and kicking. I'm hoping he is because
Well, he's not kicking because he's lost both legs.
yeah, he still kick both.
Yeah, he lost both legs. He lost. They took the second one away from him. Oh, a year and a half after they took the first one.
So yeah, I
What,
didn't
that's your
know that.
diabetes?
No, he fell and broke it.
Oh,
But he, as far as
Originally, he was in a
didn't he get hit by a truck?
He was in a logging accident with a logging truck, and it
Yeah.
crushed one of his legs. 20 years later, they took it from him. But then he was walking around on his one leg with crutches and whatever and fell and messed up the one leg he had left, and they took that one from him too.
But yeah, regardless of what his political beliefs are, he
was just a kind soul.
No,
I mean,
very kind.
I actually called him on the phone a few times. There would be stuff that he would show in his videos, and I learned, and he would give me complete details on everything. So
see that same thing. Anytime I had a question, he would go out of his way to answer my question and give me advice. When I was
when you were trying to pour,
when I was starting my pouring journey, but he he would hold nothing back. He would give me an answer to any question I'd ask him, and gave me some really good, solid advice. And I always appreciated and respected that.
And the man did some beautiful work too.
Oh man, you ain't kidding. He was an incredible pourer.
I've got 3 of his tiny tigers still.
Nice.
I probably had 10 of them, but people made me give them to him. But I've got that. I've got a wood pour from him, and then there was something else that he poured. I did a trade with him. He said, "Let's do it. Let's do a 3-ounce trade or something like that." And he said, "I'll pour you something, and you pour me something." I don't remember. I can go get it. It's just in the. I'll be right back.
Yeah, as far as silver pours or metal pours in general on YouTube, Dean was one of the best, and Bradley Height, I think his channel
That's what
to BH Customs. That dude has got mad skills. Keelan Rose has mad skills. Rocky Mountain Bear has mad skills. There's a lot of pours in this community that are.
But Dean did that sugar skull for me, and I had no idea what I was getting from him when I got that.
Nice.
And then he did the wood pour for me, and then I've got 3 of his tiny tigers.
Yeah, I'm not
really. Yeah, and this stuff stays out on display all the time because it is just
They should be. I'm not really into skulls.
I'm not either. I don't
And-
like skulls. I don't like skeletons. I don't like dragons.
Mm.
And I don't like emperors on my silver.
No. The last thing anyone could ever accuse me of is being a monarchist. I've had a lot of silver that had monarchs on it. I still have gold
I have some.
coins that have
I-
monarchs on them.
I have some, but not much, and I don't collect it. Basically, what I have is stuff that people have given me. Kane, you have a blessed day, my friend, or evening. We'll see you mañana in
Yeah.
Miss Ida's.
Kane, I don't know you, but have a great day.
Kane's a good guy.
Well, if he's hanging around here, he's got to be okay.
Yeah, he goes to a lot of the auction channels.
We'll see. That might be why I don't know him, because I don't go to any of them.
Now, last weekend they did the Wounded Warrior auction thing. I don't know how many hours a day they did, but they went for 4 days. There was a matching on it, and I don't know if this is after the matching or what, but they raised $78,000.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. That is awesome.
That's phenomenal. But I won 2 lots from it. Got 3 ounces out of the 2 lots for $95. So it's basically right at spot.
Yeah, Shrooms was talking about that.
You know, you can't, I mean, it was raising money for an auction, and I still got it at spot. And half of that silver went into the Donald.
And he turned it into something cool.
Yep. They were just, you know, generic crap.
I made a purchase fairly recently, and this first one I'd made in a while. I think the last 3 was back before silver started blowing up, and caught it in a dip and caught it on sale. Bought some 10-ounce bars, a little bit of gold. Then it dropped down even further, so I bought some more 10-ounce bars and a little bit of gold. Then it dropped even further, so I bought some more 10-ounce bars. But yeah,
Steve, my birthday's coming up. My birthday's coming up.
Oh, mine is too. What are you gonna get me?
Well, we'll see what you get me first, and then I'll respond in kind.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer you like you answered me about a year ago. I'll probably send you the same thing you sent me last year. Do you remember? You remember that?
I know you've said that to me before.
No, you said that to me.
I'm pretty good at that, though. I really am. I'm consistent.
I know what I'll give you. Hard
A
time.
hard time.
Yeah.
Nickel, you would try to give a hard time to a dude. That just ain't right.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, I'll be glad to see Pops get back on. I definitely will be there for that.
I miss that crazy bastard.
Well, I talked to him on the phone a few days ago, and he definitely gave me the impression.
Last week, he said he's getting ready to come back.
Yeah, he was talking like he was ready, and then I told him about Messenger, because I don't do Facebook. I've never done Facebook, and a few friends of mine, it took them a couple of years just to con me into download Messenger. Yeah, and now I've got friends of mine. A lot of them are Aussies. You can actually play different games on Messenger, and we'll sit down and play Texas Hold'em.
And nice.
which is cool because you can talk to each other, and I mean, if you turn your camera on, you can look at each other. I never turn mine on because as I've said repeatedly,
You break your camera.
I've got a face for radio, so
You'd break your camera.
yeah, it might, yeah, maybe. Spud hits me up every now and then, after the live stream's over. He's like, hang around. He's like, all right. He said, you got to show me that beard because I started growing my beard out like towards the end of November, 1st of December to.
Oh, it's got to be looking good.
It's looking huge. It's getting to the point where it needs to go.
You look like a ZZ Top.
Yeah, if I trimmed a couple inches off of it and either squared it off or did the Billy Gibbons, wasn't he the one that had the V shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing is mine, it doesn't get any longer, but it grows out to the sides.
Yeah.
If I just let it go, it would get as wide as my shoulders.
Yeah, mine is kind of starting to do that. But Spud, he's had his beard, I think he said, for 15 years, 20 years, and once every couple of weeks, when we're backstage, he's like, turn the camera on. He said, I want to see that beard. And you've seen Spud's beard, right?
Oh yeah.
He's got a minimum of a 15-year beard going on, and I've got one that I started in like November, early December, basically, to do the Christmas thing for the little grandkids, and mine makes his look like I don't know, not very big. He reams me out every time. But it's funny. He's like, yeah, I mean, almost like clockwork. Every week or every 2 weeks, he's like, come on, man, you got to show me. You got to show me that beard. I'll show it to him, and he's like, holy shit, I can't believe it's got that long. I mean, it's at the point now, if I go outside and the wind's blowing, I can feel it blowing in the wind, and I was like, yeah, okay, it's time for this crap to go.
Remember the Hillbilly logo that they used to put on the Mountain Dew jar or bottles when they first came out?
Oh yeah.
Is that you?
Similar.
Long, skinny, and a beard.
Yep. And long hair. And Spud always laughs because my hair, for some reason, even at my age now, my hair is still jet black, and my beard is solid white.
That's because you rub that Shinola in it.
I don't rub anything on it. Just jump in the shower, use whatever shampoo the wife buys. I don't even know what brand I think sometimes she changes it up, but now it's to the point now where when I get in the shower, I'll like shampoo my hair, and then I have to do the same thing to my beard because
I use more conditioner in my beard than I do on the top of my head.
Yeah,
because those hairs are so coarse.
My wife is so over this beard. She's
hasn't kissed you since November.
No. I still get my kisses, but I still get an occasional threat. And then, but when my 3 little grandkids come over, and I always ask them just to watch my wife's head spin around. I said, Granny wants me to shave off my beard. What do you think? They're like, no.
Well, there's the answer for you.
But I don't know. It's at the point. I mean, I've never grown it out like this in my life ever. And once I shave it off, which is probably going to be soon, I'll never do it again. I mean, I'll keep the mustache goatee thing. What do they call it? The Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Most people call it the goatee. Now, I've had that since I was like 15, 16. Now that I can live with, keep it trimmed up short and nice and neat. But this is the first time I went full on ZZ Top with it.
I've had hair on my face since I was in my early 20s. But
Yeah,
I've only grown my beard out a couple of times. I grew it out one time back in the late 90s for a couple of years, just because it irritated my ex.
Yeah. There's no way I could stand a couple of years.
And then I have not shaved it down too close since they started the COVID crap 4 years ago.
Yeah, the longest I ever let mine grow out was maybe an inch and a half long, but that was like dead in the middle of winter during the hunting season when I was doing a lot of hunting. Kind of help keep your face warm a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's honest or not, because I have found it when I'm out in miserable weather, my beard just gets full of ice.
Now, I've never had my beard do that. Now, I've had my mustache do that on several occasions. But I don't know how the hell we got to talking about beards and mustaches, but
I'll be shaving all mine off soon. I have everything off for when it gets dry.
yeah, that's
He even shaves his butt hair come July.
Yeah, I used to cut my hair real short, but it's getting so thin now. I don't do it anymore.
well. Once my hair starts getting thin, I'm just gonna shave my head. I'm not gonna.
So, and then you have long beard and no hair. You're gonna look like a Hell's Angel.
No, the beard will be gone way before then. I'll keep the goatee, but
So you'll look like Telly Savalas.
I used to keep my hair really short, but it grows thick on the back of my neck, and I can't trim the back of my neck by myself, and so it's easier just to let it grow and cover it up.
well, my hair it's a dang long now.
But I'm not
Every few months
gonna pay a barber to cut my hair every other week.
No, I ain't had a haircut in at least 2.5 years. I mean,
I haven't had a haircut since the early 80s.
I mean, it got to the point
I
where
used to cut it myself. I use the trimmers and cut it down with the number one blade guard on.
Yeah.
And then I'd get my ex or my kids when they were around to shave the back of my neck for me. But now that I'm, how I'm alone, I can't do that.
That's what, like every couple of months, I mean, my hair's so long, I can't stand it when it falls around in front of my face. So usually I'll like throw it back in a ponytail holder or something, and I'll get my wife back there, and she'll take the electric trimmers and trim up the back for me, because after a while, your hair keeps growing and growing, and
the only hair products I buy is shampoo and conditioner.
I don't even buy conditioner. Well, I don't buy either one. I just
use
whatever. No, I don't. Whatever shampoo my wife gets, that's what I use.
Head and Shoulders.
Never tried that.
You never have tried Head and Shoulders? A lot of women use that, actually. So
Now it's better to have dandruff. That way I can find my way home.
Just
or you can say
follow
it's
the
winter all year.
flakes.
Winter all year when you have that.
Me.
Somebody's got birds.
Not me.
It's me. It's
I got the house all closed up.
yeah. I've got the window open a couple of feet because it's been a beautiful night. And
We had a pretty nice day yesterday, but the day before when I was out, I could see the chemtrails in the sky. And yesterday when I went out, it was just haze everywhere. And I go, yeah, that shit's still hanging around. And then it rained last night. But I think it got pretty cold down here, like mid 40s or something.
yeah, a couple of nights ago, it got down to like upper 40s, lower 50s, which is
That's
pretty
cold for you
unusual
guys.
for.
That's
Yeah,
cold.
that's unusual for Tennessee this time of year.
But that's good sleeping weather.
I'm right in the middle of both of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually get whatever Tennessee gets. Usually.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking if I had a thick head of hair, like I said, I'd probably do something similar to what the Donald does. Except I would not change the color. I like my gray.
He looks a lot better with it white or gray.
I'm still tickled that at my age my hair is still jet black. But
like I said,
once it starts going thin, it's going. It's all going.
When you stop putting the Shinola in it, it won't stay black.
Yeah, I'm not that vain. Yeah, my vanity flew out the window years ago. I'm just happy I still have hair. I mean, my two younger brothers, my youngest brother passed away a couple of years ago, and he was bald as a cue ball. My middle brother is like a year and a month younger than me, and he might have 25 hairs on his head, and they're just like right above his temples with a little skinny strip around the back of his head. And every now and then
looks like a monk.
He looks like an old bald bastard. And every now and then I'll just make a crack about his hair, just to wind him up. You know, like, yeah, I'm the oldest one. I'm the one that's supposed to be bald. So that's what I used to bug
Well,
him.
Victoria, at least you have a reason for having thin hair, because radiation will definitely do that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, my third oldest daughter, when she went through chemo, she lost all her hair, which is, you know, basically the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But my baby girl, our youngest daughter, when her oldest sister, the next one in line, when her hair started falling out, she decided it was time to go get it shaved. My youngest daughter went with her, and she had like super long, beautiful blonde hair, and she had hers buzzed too, just
I understand.
to support her sister, and that really impressed me. They're like, "Well, Dad, you gonna shave your head?" I said, "Hell no. If I shave it, it's probably never gonna grow back again." I said, "I will support you in any way I can. I'll take care of you in any way I can, but I'm not shaving my head.
Wow, I knew it had been a long time, Victoria. I had no idea. Wow. Oh, guess who's coming in? I love this. Spud Lee.
Yeehaw! Hang on, I'll just fix me audio. Sorry, mate.
Damn, there goes the
G'day,
neighborhood.
g'day.
Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
G'day, g'day. How you going?
Welcome to the Midwest, Spud Lee.
Mate, I love me American mates. G'day, legends. Hey, Sterling. Hey, is that Nico?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's that? Hey, Nico. Hey, brother Stacks.
What's
G'day,
up,
chat.
brother? Hey, we tried to get you in Messenger earlier to play some poker with me and Donnie.
Oh, like I said, I'm not really getting into poker, mate. It'll take up too much of my time, brother. I'm pretty busy.
Yeah, I know you're a very busy and important man. You
Spud Lee,
lying.
check this
Not
out.
important,
He's got
just
fishing.
busy.
He's got fishing to do.
Yeah, man. Oh, beautiful. Nice Paul. Nice Trump Paul. Very nice.
54 grams.
Wow. Very nice, Sterling.
You know, it would have been nice if you could, if it would have came out a perfect 45 or 40 or 47.
Well, yeah,
46.
it was at 45, but in cleaning stuff up, it went a little bit past that.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
Nice
But yeah,
one,
that
dude.
would be good to have one at 45 or 47 grams.
yeah, because he was number 45 and he's gonna be number 47.
46 and 47.
If the election was held today, he would get 310 electoral votes. That's what people are saying.
Mate, the resident,
I think by
the
the time
resident of the
election
White
comes,
House.
he'll probably get about 150 million votes. I'm thinking
They're
twice.
gonna,
Twice what he
amen,
got this time.
amen, Sterling. He's gonna get that many votes. If they rig it, it's gonna be that obvious again.
Oh, if they were, I mean, they're gonna cheat.
Well,
How
look
they're gonna
what
cheat,
look
how
what they
much they're
did to
gonna
him in
cheat.
New York. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but we only have 350 million people in America.
And if 150 million
America.
people vote for Trump, it's an automatic win.
And how many of those kids are too young to vote, or they're in a nursing home and don't know how to vote? So
Hey,
they
those
can't
people in
cheat
the
too
nursing
much.
homes voted last time.
If they cheat, they're going to have a minimum amount of votes to cheat, or the cheating won't do them any good. And I don't think they can get the minimum amount they need to do it. So,
But they're still going to
If
cheat.
they do, they think January 6th was an insurrection, which it was not.
Well, it was, but it was an insurrection by the left.
But yeah, they think that was an insurrection. They steal this vote, this next vote. Oh, they're going to have a full on revolution on their hands.
This is a pour that I did for Angel. These big nuts.
Oh, you talking about Squirrely Baby?
Yeah. Standing on his testicles.
She is a hoot.
So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And I got another pour. But actually, I think I might hand deliver this to her. They live about 2.5, 3 hours from me.
Yeah, I knew they were in Michigan. I just didn't realize. I had no idea how far away they were from you.
They're over on Lake Michigan in Muskegon. The Muskegon River comes out of Houghton Lake. Houghton Lake is the runoff from Higgins Lake. So I could literally take a kayak to their house.
That'd be a pretty long paddle.
Oh, and take a week. And then how would I get home?
Uber.
Sterling, is it tidal? Just go with the tides, mate. Go out with the tide and come back with the tide.
Well, it definitely, the river would flow all the way to their house.
Oh,
and it's
one way. Yeah.
one way, yeah. But how
Yeah.
would I get back? It's
Yeah.
probably
Pedaling
along the river
downstream
is
is a whole
probably
lot
200
easier than
miles.
pedaling upstream.
Crikey, 200 miles. Oh, you got to document that, man. No, I'm just having
I
a
don't.
go, yeah.
And Muskegon River isn't. I mean, there are fish in there definitely, but it's not the greatest fishing river. I don't think there's any trout in it.
Hey, buddy.
But I have caught a lot of big muskie in the Muskegon River before, though.
Nice.
Yes, brother Stacks.
I was telling Sterling and Nickel about our beard conversations that we have about every other week.
Stacks is going to have a wizard beard soon. It's huge.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got on the subject of beards, but I had to throw that out there.
All four of us have one.
Well, we got to hide ourselves because we're sexy bastards.
Well, at least the second word in there was accurate.
Yeah, just bastards.
Can't have
Yeah,
those
what a-
cheap
I like to
down the
think
road all the time.
I'd like to think I'm sexy, but then why the hell have I been alone for so many decades?
You're playing hard to get. You're playing hard to get.
Yeah. You're too much man for one woman, so you just leave the girls alone.
Either that or they run from me faster than I'm willing to move.
Just watch out for the coloured haired ones. It's like a poisonous frog, They put out like colours.
Well, the blue-haired ones definitely repulse me, as well as the pink-haired ones.
Are you into green hair? Oh, yeah.
Well, I could at least rationalize green as being, somebody that's out there supporting Michigan State.
Yeah, the other two, they're liberal Karens.
I remember my nana having purple hair. The old purple rinse. Remember that? The old grannies had it back in the day. Purple rinse. Back in
Yeah.
Oh, well, there used to be a restaurant in the States. What the hell is the name? I can't even think of the name of it right now. But they were known for having all the blue-haired ladies go in there on Sundays for dinner. Bill Knapp's. You remember Bill Knapp's?
We never had them in the South.
Really?
No.
But you'd go into one of those places on a Sunday, and there might be 100, 200 people in there eating. 50% of them are going to have blue hair and in their 80s.
Yeah, well, when they're that age, it's allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
I used to go. I would take my mom to Bill Knapp's every year for her birthday because she got a free dinner.
Yeehaw.
And she liked it. But she fit right in there with those blue-haired women.
Yeah, but blue-haired 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds scare the I steer clear of them.
Well, you should, because
Well,
they're all freaking crazy.
That's a political statement when you're in your 30s and turning your hair weird colors. Either that or it's Halloween.
Yeah,
One time when I was
they're scary enough.
when I was a little kid, my sister went out on Halloween as a Martian and dyed her hair green with food coloring, and couldn't get the green color out of her hair, and had to go to school the next day with green hair.
That sounds like
And I mean, this was
Anne
back
of
in
Green Gables.
the early '60s. I mean, it was kind of frowned upon. Victoria, yes, I do. I
Hey,
like things to be natural.
you
Women
win some, you lose some.
Women that wear a makeup mask, I do not find attractive. Because when you can tell it's makeup, what the hell are they hiding?
It's false advertising.
Exactly. I do like gray hair. And it's not always a sign of intelligence. I know some mighty stupid old people, me included. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on here. Billy's down in the basement screaming. She wants me to put the dogs out and feed her, and I'm actually kind of getting hungry too.
Thanks for hosting tonight, Brother Sterling. You're a legend, mate.
Victoria, you are gorgeous, my dear. I know what you look like, and I do think you are a very attractive lady.
And she is a kind soul.
My missus is 60. She's got beautiful hair.
Yeah, mine's 59, and she does too.
And if I said any different, she'd hit me with a frying pan.
Well,
There you go.
we've already seen that black eye she gave you last year. So, yeah, we don't need to go down that road again.
Yeah, I had to blame my best mate for that, so I didn't get embarrassed. Right?
Yeah. Spuddy got flashed backstage, and then didn't see him for a couple of days, and the next time he was live, he had a shiner, and I gave him all kind of grief about his old lady beating him with a skillet. Oh, that was hilarious.
That was a funny evening, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Crikey.
the funniest part of it is, the unknown was there, and he was the one that was really dying to see it, and he turned his head away at the wrong time. He completely missed it, and he's still crying about it.
Oh, far out.
Yeah, well, he's Canadian. What are you going to do?
Well, yeah. I love me Canadian mates.
I like Canadian bacon.
I just love bacon, whether it's from Canada or Texas or Australia.
Canadian bacon isn't bacon at all. It's actually backstrap.
Yeah, it's completely different type of. It's actually not even bacon.
It's
Man.
backstrap.
Oh, right.
It's tenderloin.
Ooh. I might check it out again. I didn't know. I thought it was boring bacon with no rind on it.
So, Spud, I'm in the middle
Yes,
of
bro.
processing 10 pounds of bud for a friend of mine. Once it all turned into RSO. But
Oh, nice one.
I made a lot of keef too. And so I had to go and buy myself a new hash pipe.
Ooh. I bought a vape, believe it or not. So yeah, you're making the RSA for is that the 10 pound that you got of bud?
Yeah,
Excuse me, I'm just a bit distracted. Sorry, mate.
yeah. Friend of mine, he had 10 pounds left over from last harvest, and he said, "Turn it all into RSO." Pizza guy, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Pizza, what's up, brother?
G'day, Swampy. G'day, mate.
He's another one I haven't seen very often here lately.
Oh, he's had a live on just about every night. I think I've been in 3 of them.
I must
I
be.
must have got unsubbed.
Nobody's going to go visit.
Must have got unsubbed.
You know, I've been unsubbed from so many people.
Yeah, I have not noticed Pizza Guy's stream, but then
And
I
this
don't really look at YouTube in the evening though much either. Just because we got other things going on.
Yep, go ahead and tell them about that redhead down the street.
Actually, she's a blue-haired Pinky.
Oh my. Release her back to the wild.
Oh man.
Well, gents,
Right.
I do believe that I am gonna say good day to everybody
G'day, mate.
and shut this thing down and go and make myself some breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Well, I appreciate you having us up.
Well, I
I was
appreciate y'all.
shocked.
I mean, I started this thing at 5 o'clock in the morning and had no idea if anybody would come up. I didn't even get the stream set up, and Nickel was up on panel, and Roseanne was in here, and we had fun with Roseanne for a while.
Yeah, Nickel was quick. Yeah, I had to go get me some an ice pack and a little bit of caffeine. Try to get my neurons firing, and when I'm on StreamYards, I have to lay my phone on an ice pack or it gets hot. I mean, hot. So, yeah, old Nickel, you got to give him credit. That old boy's quick on the draw.
And I think, hey, Nickel, how you doing on your Secret Santa? Have you got it figured out?
No, I haven't figured out what to get him yet. So, Steve would have been easy.
You know, it doesn't have to be anything special, but it's nice if you make it something special. You know what I mean? Yeah, I when I poured, what did I pour yesterday? I can't show you the one thing because I poured one of these FJBs yesterday.
Shame on you.
And I poured the present for my victim. And then I poured something for my son that didn't turn out and I've got to redo. But
Nice one, brother.
my granddaughter is due to be born in 1 week from today. So I poured my son a Papa's Day present.
Now, is this going to be your first one or second one?
Second one.
Good on you, mate.
The one that lives in Japan they're on their way very, very soon. They're moving back to the States. They'll be living in Tacoma. So there'll be a road I can go visit.
Awesome.
God bless you. God bless you, Sterling.
Yeah. I've got
Spud,
8 and Spud's got about 100.
I've only got 2 grandbabies, but I love them to death.
Amen.
But y'all have a blessed day, and I will speak with y'all very, very soon. Thanks for coming in and spending time with me.
Yeah, we'll all meet up at Pop's.
Is Pop's on?
He's gonna be.
Cool.
Soon, it was
Cool.
soon, but what does soon
Are-
mean?
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
well-
He can't. There's no way he can pass up Trump being a convicted felon. Are you kidding me? I
Well,
knew he was.
Well,
But he-
KK
Made him more popular.
Nights he hasn't been on yet, but
KK talked to him on the phone 2 days ago and said he's about ready to come back. I'm like, well, it's about
Yeehaw.
damn time.
well, that's what he told me a week ago when he come up on when I was filling in for Miss Ida.
I can't wait because I want to hear his explanation that Trump's done. He's finished. He's a convicted felon. He gonna have to change. He
Oh
can't
God,
win.
yeah. You know what? Don't take him down that road because he'll disappear for another 6 months.
No, I think that'll be the theme of it. I think it's gonna be the theme of his life. I can't wait. So
Well, y'all have a blessed day, and I will talk with you soon.
All right,
Good night, mate.
everybody in
Wishing
the
you
chat,
well.
take care. God bless. My brothers up here on the panel, love and respect.
see y'all later.
Peace.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Peace, brother.
Cheers.